4b. Vocabulary. In today's vocabulary video, we have 3 lessons in one, so please continue watching till the end. And we start with a lexical set. Lexical set means a group of words with the same topic, and the topic is parts of the body. Now look at the words below. What other words do you know describing parts of the body? We start with this. The cheek. Cheek. Cheek is the flesh that covers each side of your face. We don't need Arabic, the picture is enough. And these are the lips, the flesh that covers the mouth, lips. The neck, the palm, no L. Palm is the inside of the hand, palm. A thumb, thumb, no B. 4 fingers, and a wrist. It is where you put on your watch, wrist, no W, no B, no L. Palm, thumb, thumb, no B, wrist, no W, wrist. Now, do you know other words that we can add? I know. Eyebrow. This is the eye, and this hair is called eyebrow, eyebrow. And this is the forehead, forehead. This is the brain, and these are the nerves. Nerves are what carry messages between the brain and the body parts. Nerves. And these are muscles. No C. Muscles. Muscles. This is the chest. Chest. And this joint is called the knee. No K. Knee. The ankle. Ankle, the joint between the foot and the leg, ankle. Between the thigh and the leg is the knee. Ankle, and these are toes. 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 This is the shoulder. We're adding more to the list. Shoulder, arm, and this joint is called the elbow. Elbow, and this is the forearm. Arm, elbow, forearm. And these are the bones. Bones. And this is the skull. The skull. Your head bone is called the skull. Now let's continue to the second part of today's vocabulary video. Next, we have words easily confused. Use the correct form of the words. Correct form means if you needed ed, past simple, if you needed ing, if you needed s, plural s, to complete the sentences. The first group we have harm, hurt, and injure. These are verbs, all of them. Now let's take hurt and injure first. When you injure yourself, that means you caused physical damage, and it usually takes weeks, sometimes months to heal up. Hurt is not like that. When you are physically hurt, if I do this to myself, if I hit myself, I didn't injure myself, I only hurt myself. It will not take weeks or months to heal up. It will heal up in a minute or two. Or sometimes you hurt someone emotionally, like when you break someone's heart. That really hurts. You hurt someone, you hurt the feelings. And lastly, we have harm. Harm is very general. When you cause a bad effect on someone or something, that means you harmed that person or something. Anything that can make you sick is harmful to your health. Like if you eat McDonald's every day, that can make you sick, that can harm you. Now let's complete the sentences. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Your feelings. We are talking about feelings here. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Fortunately, no one was seriously badly in the accident. Nobody was injured in the accident. Scientists believe that chemical fertilizers, a fertilizer is something that you add to the soil to help plants grow. And using these chemical fertilizers can harm our health, can make us sick. Next, we have injury, bruise, and pain. All these are nouns, not verbs. Now we know the word injure, the noun is injury. It is when you have a physical damage that needs a long time to heal up. Bruise is a purple or a brown color that appears on the skin after somebody has fallen. Pain is a feeling. After you fall down or after you injure yourself or hurt yourself, you feel the pain. My mother was in terrible after her operation. Operation is when the doctor cuts into someone in order to repair something or remove something. She felt a terrible pain. The football player was not able to play in the World Cup because he had a serious knee injury. He couldn't play. He had an injury that needed a long time to heal up. The day after the rugby match, rugby is a sport that is very popular in the UK, in Britain. I had a big bruise on my left cheek. Next, we have rash, scratch, and blister. All of them are nouns. Rash is when somebody has a lot of red spots appearing on the skin after playing with animals or sometimes after eating some kinds of food. Scratch, small cuts on the skin. Small cuts, not big cuts. A scratch, small. Blister, a swelling on the skin that contains liquid, something like water inside. I have a on my foot. Could you get me a plaster? These are plasters. So maybe he has a scratch on his foot or maybe a blister. We will use blister now because scratch is needed later. When I eat strawberries, I get all over my body. I'm allergic to them. Allergic. When you are allergic to some kind of food, that means you have a sensitivity to that food. You can't eat it or you get sick. Allergic. I get a rash. It was a miracle. What we mean here is that something very lucky and happy happened that people thought it was impossible to happen. That the man escaped from the burning building. The building is burning and he escaped. He ran away with only a few scratches. We need plural S here. We have a few scratches. He wasn't injured or anything. Faint, choke, and gasp. These are verbs. When somebody faints, he or she becomes unconscious. Unconscious doesn't mean dead. That means you're alive, but you are unaware of what's going on around you. Choke, unable to breathe. This man is choking. He is unable to breathe. Gasp, when you are trying very hard to breathe. You don't find it easy to breathe. I am gasping for air. When I finally reached the surface of the water, the surface, the very top side of the water, I gasped for air. I was trying very hard to breathe. Ali suddenly felt dizzy. When somebody feels dizzy, he or she feels that they can't control or balance themselves. And then he fainted. Brian nearly choked, past, choked on a piece of meat. He was eating meat and a small part was stuck down his throat and he couldn't breathe. He was choking at that moment. 3. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs consist of a verb plus a preposition or an adverb. A verb is a word like look. A preposition or prepositions are words like up and to. We have two prepositions. Now, these three words together give a special meaning. Like when you say, I look up to my mother for her courage and patience. I look up to means I respect and I admire my mother for her courage, for being strong and brave, and patience, being able to continue doing something without feeling angry. Now, match the phrasal verbs in bold in the sentences below with their meanings. The meanings are right here. 1. It took me 2 weeks. I needed 2 weeks to get over the flu. Flu is an illness that gives you a sore throat, it makes you cough, and it makes you very tired and sneeze. When you get over an illness, that means you recover from an illness. You recover from. What's the meaning of recover from? It means get over. The same thing. It means you get better. You become yourself. You become healthy again. The poet was not able to visit. Poet is someone who writes poems. Poems are writings that express emotions using words that rhyme. He was not able to visit your school because he came down with a cold. Cold is another illness that makes you unable to breathe through your nose. He came, the past of come. When you come down with an illness, that means you catch it. When you catch an illness, that means you become sick. You become ill. When I came round, I was lying in a hospital bed. This man is lying in a bed. He came round, that means he became aware again. He became conscious again. He recovered consciousness. This is consciousness. Means being aware. He knows what's going on around him. He fainted earlier and he lost consciousness and now he recovered it. He came round. 4. When the doctor brought me round, I came round. That means nobody helped me. I came round. I became aware again. I became conscious again. But here, the doctor brought me round. He made me conscious again. Consciousness, conscious. The painkiller started to wear off after about an hour, and my legs started really hurting me. This thing is a painkiller. It kills the pain. It stops the pain. And it started to wear off. It started to become useless. Started to become ineffective. Useless. C. Slowly have no effect. Useless. No effect. The doctor told Anne she was worn out from looking after her 5 children. When you look after children, you take care of them. And that she needed to get some rest. She was worn out. Worn out is the past participle of wear out. Wear out, wore out, the past, worn out, past participle. She was exhausted. She was very tired and she needed a break. She needed some rest. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please share it with friends. I will catch you in the next one, inshallah. Goodbye.